You know, back in week 1, it kind of felt like maybe some people were a little bit behind on it, but here, Myth, everyone is ready.
They sure are, and they've got...
It is certainly easier said than done to find a way to shut Netroid down. Thank you, Finch and Mifflin. It is Dolson and Aggro on the call, and of course Doug working the cameras for us. And hey, you at home, you said Sanguine's going one for one, or 1 for 2 maybe this week.
I do think that something like Magus could have been a little bit stronger here because the healing won't be as big of a deal at this point.
Uh-oh, to the skies from Rongyu and to the backline. Cheerio ulted down by Panatom, and it's first blood over to Sanguine 8.5 minutes in. There's a bit of a lull over the battleground. We're wondering where this first bit of aggression is going to come from. And
Character, that might be somewhere that Sanguine could look to punish again quickly.
And the second question now answered. Where would Golden Blade stand? Still in the build. The Panatom is the answer. It's Dardes now rotating over. Rapper is here as well, though, and he's going to knock down Panatom. A 1-for-1 trade, but a big ultimate from Yarkor is going to pull a couple back. Cerberus still solo tanking there on the front line. And look at Nika. He wants to dash right back in. That's the up-down from Rapper to lock down Yarkor, and Nika will grab the kill for himself. Rongyu's already used his knock-up here. His dash away, back off of cooldown. He finds his way to Shinto, but Cheerio rolls out the red carpet. And down goes Rongyu as well. Big swing for SSG, 3 for 1.
I do think that they can still fight, but man, look at the damage onto the Gold Fury. Again, it gets low, and again, SpaceStation confirm it with a 4-second, time to start. That was incredible.
Well, Rongyu wants to go right back in. It's Cheerio who catches the Raiju. Panatom in there. Panatom will get rid of the SSG jungler. The dash right back out. And Sanguine rather are all safe for the moment. Rapper not wanting to catch any of that tick damage on the back end of it will back.
Potentially is their relic situation. Look at how many they burned in that last team fight. Dardes is very vulnerable now, as is Cheerio, where you feel like Sanguine's in a much better spot. Only 2 sets of beads down. Everything else is still available pretty much.
Great point. A lot of timers for SSG. 8 of them, in fact. Pyromancer looking like it's going to be fought over. Yarkor takes a hefty amount of damage, but look at this. Panatom is blinked in. Nobody else from Sanguine to be found. Shinto says, yeah, I'll try to toss out some damage, but doesn't result in anything. Nika, dazzling offensive. Netroid answers with that Freya ultimate. Disjointed, maybe, from Sanguine. Panatom blinks in, goes in, but nobody else from Sanguine is there.
Rare miscue by the team of Sanguine. Completely agree. I mean, Panatom just on a different page. The rest of Sanguine, high tide, it's like that favors SpaceStation. I mean, obviously crushing wave is a huge deal, but the meme is he's got a lot of ults, right? 3 ults in the kit for Hebo is the meme. So he's got plenty of damage and utility still available, whereas Panatom has really relied on that ultimate as a main damage source.
Look at Nika, just chases down Panatom. Rongyu has gone in. Yarkor is there to follow up, but nobody else from Sanguine able to do so. To the skies used, but right back in place. Rapper on the back line, not taken down, but Dardes is by Netroid here. Nika has finally gotten rid of the solo laner from Sanguine. The gas has been pressed by SSG. Left side Phoenix being looked at here. Rongyu half HP. Netroid much the same as well. My goodness, Horus can't walk that far forward. That's a nice double banish from Netroid. Maybe saves this Phoenix, but the disengage quick enough from SSG. Panatom right back in, but will slow himself down. The one fight that I think springboarded him up a little bit was the last one where he was able to find some free swinging damage under that left side Phoenix. It's now FG one more time for SSG. It'll be the enhanced variety this time around. You look at the response from Sanguine, inching their way over into the Fire Giant side of the jungle. To the skies, deleted is Cheerio. 5v4 now for Sanguine. They want to re-engage. Netroid up in the air as well. Rapper split from the rest of his team. Shinto will knock down the Xing Qin, and suddenly it's an FG for Sanguine.
I just don't know why SpaceStation didn't sentry the actual Fire Giant. The Sanguine had perfect vision, and that allowed them to find a really good window to engage.
Yarkor so low, and Nika thanks him for it. Panatom now alone on the back line as well. Shinto has to use both of the actives. Nika banished up into the air. He goes. Thorns certainly worth their weight there, but Netroid's going to get the kill nonetheless. Back and forth here, but it's SSG that lose 3. Sanguine only lose 1, but it looks like Fire...
and Rongyu didn't Aegis or ult in time, and from that point on, it got a little awkward for SSG.
Here we go. One more FG fight. Can Vote survive? Of course he can. He's a Jing Wei, no Aegis needed. Panatom, though, he might have traded his life. Dardes finishes off the kill there. Rongyu alone back in the FG pit, and that's a double kill for the AMC. Sanguine started up the fire giant, but they're not able to finish it. It's SSG that take it, 5 strong, 33 minutes into the game.
Panatom just doing a little too much in this game so far, and that's been a problem of his in his career. Sometimes he tries to do a little bit too much on these assassins, and in that play, you got to play that a little bit more slowly. Getting Vote out of the fight is an acceptable outcome for your ultimate right there. Dashing in is not, and once he dashed in, it really sealed his fate.
Yeah, this is looking rough here for Sanguine. SSG, 5 members strong, 20 seconds on the 2 respawn timers for Panatom and Rongyu. Can you delay? That's the answer here for Sanguine. SSG are not going to give them that chance. Dardes turns around, avoids a lot of the damage there. Titan now being pulled out. All 5 members of SSG looking towards it. Cheerio gets rid of the Freya. Down goes Yarkor as well. See you later, Shinto. It's the Deicide, 33.5 minutes in, and SSG will take game number 1.
An impressive performance from SSG for sure, and I think
dealing with a Jingwei and a Hebo, those are gods that are going to be able to blow you up instantly. If Cullen gets...
Well, Sanguine likes maybe a few of the important gods that they had in their composition in Game 1 aggro. You look at the run back for Panatom on this Nemesis, Netrioid right back on that Freya, but then it's kind of a rebuild elsewhere.
For multiple reasons. Number one, as we talked about, will Cerberus bring enough prot shred to offset the extra magic defense that SpaceStation is going to build? I think that now you don't have to worry about that tension at all because you've just got your typical one-mage setup as Panatom in some trouble, uses beads on his own Terra's wall, and now it could be a Raffer that's in trouble.
I love some Nesh, and Raffer might not be so happy to be playing the elephant here. Shinto knocks him down for first blood all the way from the back line, and that's a fight that Raffer...
doing so and got punished for it pretty quickly. Interesting to note, by the way, that Panatom started Katana and then got full boots instead of Golden Blade. Wonder if because of that first blood, he got enough gold to his finish.
Could be wrong. Well, he has enough gold now. Both of the kills on the board for Sanguine. Both for Panatom. Full boots there. Warrior Tabide's gonna just a good old-fashioned walk at AMC. He's immobile, and we got enough damage to completely finish him off.
And the Terra versus AMC matchup is one that pretty volatile, like the Nemesis. If you can use Stinger effectively to cripple, then it feels really good for AMC. Otherwise, it's trouble.
Ooh. Big Dharmic pillars there from Raffer as Cheerio's rotated through and gotten rid of Panatom. So an answer back from SpaceStation Gaming. And aggro, I think that's a pivotal moment. You got to slow down Panatom here after the start that he's had to that game. So just what the doctor ordered for SSG. How far do they want to go now under the Tier 1 tower?
He's a giant elephant mech piloted by a mouse.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You're right.
How can you not love that one? That is my Ganesh skin.
Hey, fair enough. Panatom, though, his gank of choice is over here into the solo lane. Ultimate from Yarkor sends Nika running the opposite way. Panatom, though slowed down, not completely out of it. But, you know, I end up with egg on my face. I say there's no way Sanguine are going to get caught out by SSG starting one of these objectives, and they finish it off. My God, look at the experience charts there. Something out of the stock market here in game number 2. But now there's a fight underneath the Tier 2 tower. Panatom moves forward, gets the kill over onto the mid laner for SSG. No surprise there. Very hard to disengage on AMC. So it's the Tier 1 tower in the mid lane that ends up falling, but SpaceStation have locked down the Gold Fury.
But if Sanguine can secure this Pyromancer, I think they're going to be feeling pretty good about that sequence. They do have to be worried about Vote's ultimate still.
Big silences there from Raffer. Terra ultimate drops down. Nika unable to escape here. Netrioid has gotten involved earlier in this game, picking up his first kill 18 minutes in. And now it's the disengage from SpaceStation Gaming as Pyromancer will get knocked down by Sanguine. So when it's all said and done to the mid to late game, so not surprising seeing them down on the damage charts, at least up to this point. It's when those fights start to break out where you're really going to want to see them shine. Here's a banish onto Vote. Going to catch a little bit of damage. A fun 1v1 to watch here. Vote's losing it, though. It's an Aegis. The knock up the airstrike. No good. Netrioid puts him down, but what the heck? There's a 1v1 between the junglers that Cheerio comes out on top of. Netrioid wins the Hunter game, but it's Cheerio for SS.
Aura from the one. It's a lot of movement speed and pretty difficult to get away. SpaceStation, recognizing the small window they have, are going to pull Pyro. Fire would be ambitious for them.
It would be, but they want it anyway. That's another Dharmic Pillars ticking down a good bit of damage. SSG locked down the FG. It's Yarkor alone on the front line, able to leap his way out. But WoW is right, I think, aggro. A small advantage turned around as SSG get the full 5-member Fire Giant.
How long did that take them? 4 seconds?
But just yet. Play separator from Sanguine. SSG, though, not fully caught out. Look out for Panatom, though, all the way around the back, aggro. Maybe looking for a backline dive.
And he's going to be looking for Cherry, knowing Cherry doesn't have that ultimate or a relic, though his beads are coming up sooner rather than later.
Uh-oh, Raffer half HP, Dharmic Pillars, and the ultimate for Panatom. No chance. Ganesh lives there. Double stun from Nika on the dazzling offensive. 1-for-none trade so far. I hate to say only, but it's only your support that SSG are missing. He got plenty of damage to maybe turn around this fight. Shinto, though, is going to try to force SSG back to the graveyard. It's Panatom who dashes in, finally gets rid of Cherio, but Vote takes one with them. SSG have now pulled the kill back. It's Panatom down.
Really, really nicely done there by Panatom. I mean, goes in 1v4, nearly gets out, forces Vote
down the Pyro with little or no pushback from Sanguine for the moment.
And that's because of this poke from Dardez once again. He's full build now, has that Titan's Bane and Heartseeker. Just makes those little honey trails that you feel like shouldn't do a whole lot to you, poke you way more than you want them to, and makes a big difference. And really, Rongyu's been on heavy sustain duty because he's needed to be so far.
Here's the re-engagement now. Yarkor moves in. Cherio sniped down, taken down by Yarkor. How much more can the solo laner get? Gets the stun down onto Raffer. It's a double kill for the Kulkullen at the perfect time. Sanguine, turn around and now maybe look at the EFG.
Man, what a snipe from Shinto, and that's character familiarity or maybe some lack thereof. I just don't think that Cherry had any idea he would take that much from the initial snipe. Died with relics and ult still up.
SSG move in, won't steal that one away. A double banish actually on the backside. See this? This is a 3v5 that SSG want to re-engage on, and they're gonna win it. Vote take down one, Dardez gets another as well. An airstrike up to the sky from Vote. He swoops back down. Panatom finishes off the kill. Dardez trying to get away. The banish is there. Will get the kill onto Dardez. 4 for 3. At least that's what it looks like. Oh, it's the delayed 4 for 3. SSG take a couple with them. Only 2
harder siege for Sanguine because they don't have that same insta-burst potential that SpaceStation has. No Shogun's Kasari on Sanguine's side of the map. They do have that enhanced Frenzy, which will make up a lot of that. But they don't have the double hunters that can really tear through this Fire Giant. Chiron much worse at that than AMC.
Wow, picks happening on either side of this fight. Nika taken down. It was a triple stun from the Mantle, but nobody there from SSG to follow up on it. Panatom found an opening onto Cherio, TKO onto the SSG jungler. Sanguine starting up the Fire Giant. 50% HP on that one. Rapper in range. No Dharmic Pillars from him. Dardez being looked at by Yarkor here. Frenzy popped. Sanguine whittle away and take down the enhanced Fire Giant. Yarkor uses his Thorns. And SSG are going to fully disengage. One pick is all it takes, and Sanguine 5 strong this time around.
And I've loved the adjustment here from Sanguine because SpaceStation's composition looks so good when they're all grouped up. All around Nika, using that aura, you know, getting that Shogun's buff. Sanguine's separating SpaceStation right now, and they're struggling because of it.
That's a good silence from Raffer as well. The strongest points of the Ganesh kit. Looked like for a second there, I say ooh, because it looks like maybe there's the engagement. Look at all that damage Dardez is being able to put out as well. Dharmic Pillars dropped in. Shinto, Netrioid, both silenced on the back line. They've taken way too much damage here. It's a 5v4, but is it really now that SSG fully reinforced? Nika respawned back from base. Big knockups there from Vote. Nika's found the kill over onto Panatom. Big time fight for SpaceStation Gaming as Vote has gotten rid of Yarkor. Down goes Netrioid as well. It's a triple kill from Nika back from the dead, and he's put Sanguine into the grave. It's the deicide 38 minutes into the game, and aggro, that might just finish it off.
What a team fight from SpaceStation, and Raffer deserves a ton of credit, but Sanguine deserves some criticism. Shinto and Netrioid cannot be on top of one another on a Phoenix Siege like that because it makes Raffer's job really easy. He puts Dharmic Pillars right onto both backliners, and because of the build that he has with the Divine Ruin, he half-health both of them. And then Dardez's damage comes through the team fight and nearly one-shots Shinto from that position. Takes him out of the fight completely, and that leaves Sanguine's front line super exposed in the midst of that team.